Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We're doing another what's for dinner video this week. Obviously you see the title, but before I just jump into showing you guys what I've prepared for the week, I really wanted to quickly get on here and just tell you guys like a girl struggle. The struggle is getting real. One, I'm tired of eating the same thing. Like what's in the freezer is a chicken breast, ground turkey, ground beef. Like y'all, chicken wings. I'm tired. I'm tired of the same old, but that's what's in the freezer. So that's what I have to cook. Raise your hand if I am not the only person. I know I can't be. I know someone else is out there struggling like I am. On top of that, me being pregnant, like I don't have a taste for anything, like, which makes it even worse because when you ain't got a taste for something, you don't want to cook for nobody else either. So a girl is just struggling. I'm trying to keep it 100% with you guys. So I just wanted to quickly share that with you all before we jump into this video. So if you start seeing stuff looking like I just threw it together, it's because I did, and that's where I am right now in my life. And I know I ain't the only one. So there we go. But quickly before we go, again, my name is Shay. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, I typically do quick and easy meals for working moms. I try to give you guys things that are really easy to cook, put together, and provide the link to the recipe that is included if it's from other people's channels and everything else. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. So let's just go ahead and get into what we have for dinner this week. So if you have watched any of my latest What's for Dinner videos, then you know Sundays are dedicated to mom. Mom cooks on Sunday. So here is just a glimpse of what mother cooked this Sunday. And guys, it was delicious, and she was nice enough to use her gift card that she received for Mother's Day to buy us food. Praise the Lord for moms. So here's just a quick, simple spread that she threw together for a Sunday dinner. Now on Tuesday, it was back to normal. I was back in the kitchen. So I decided to make another quick and easy one skillet dish. I found this on Pinterest. I'll link the exact recipe down below, so definitely check out the description box. So I think I have here about 4 chicken breasts that I've cut up into bite-sized pieces, and I have just used some spiked all-purpose seasoning to flavor the chicken. Now, I love spike as an all-purpose alternative to like seasoned salt, and I do have that linked in my Amazon shop. So if you cannot find it locally, definitely check out my Amazon store and get it and order it from there. It is absolutely delicious and a staple item for your spice cabinet. So once they have been grilled up or sauteed up and are golden brown, you just want to remove the fully cooked chicken from your pan. And just for a size comparison, this is a 12-inch stainless steel pan. So if you need to make as much as I'm making, then definitely go for a wider pan with a bigger circumference so that your cooking will be even. So next I'm just throwing in some asparagus, and you can definitely use other green options, but this is what I have. So I'm just sauteing some asparagus that I've just cut off the bottom. I've added some minced garlic, and that is the kind out of the can, not the freshly minced cut up garlic, and some red pepper flakes. And I'm simply just giving this a toss in the pan just so that oil can coat it, and it makes for an even cook or greening of the asparagus. Now I'm just going to go in with a little bit of pepper and just a tinge of salt, just ever so slightly, a little bit of salt, guys. And so you just want to cook this up, cover it, let it cook for maybe like a minute and a half. And then you come back and they are literally done. So at this point, we need to just combine everything into the skillet. So on top of the asparagus, which I'm just going to push off to one side, we're going to put back into the pan the fully cooked chicken. And then we are also going to throw in some pesto. And this is just store-bought pesto. I think the recipe calls for basil pesto, but where I went, which was Aldi, they didn't have specifically basil pesto. So I just used the pesto that they have. So you're going to put in the chicken, the pesto, you're going to add some cherry tomatoes. We're not very big tomato eaters, so I didn't put in a lot of tomatoes. So definitely adjust that as you need. And then we're just going to toss it and then add some cooked tortellini. So I boiled this ahead of time and had it drained, and I'm just going to pour this over and really just going to combine it all until the pesto is over everything and the seasoning is delicious. So at this point, everything is done. You just want to make sure that everything is coated, and after your one pot skillet meal is done, you just serve it up to the family. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Mine definitely did. Now, I was back in the kitchen again on Wednesday, guys, and I took out ground beef. So I ended up making two dishes on Wednesday because, as you can see here, I'm adding peppers and onions, and I have a picky clan, and they see the onions and the bell peppers and they immediately are turned off. So I have a couple of options here. So one of these options are I found on Pinterest, and I'll link that down below. But this is just a simple Philly cheesesteak, one skillet option. So this is just using ground beef. I'm only tossing in a half of a green bell pepper and a half of an onion, some garlic powder, some salt, and some pepper. And I'm literally just cooking this until the meat is brown, and cooking this until my seasoning is where I want it. So obviously I can't taste it right now, but once you've combined everything and all of your ground beef has turned brown and is fully cooked, then you just want to go in and taste it and add anything that you may need to add to it at this point. But obviously make sure it's fully cooked before you start popping little pieces of ground beef in your mouth. Now I'm just simply covering this with some ground mozzarella, guys. And you can use whatever white cheese you have, mozzarella, provolone, pepper jack, Monterey Jack, anything that's just going to melt very well. And so I'm just going to put this off to the side and then start on my second option for my Wednesday night dinner. And this is just going to be some Thai lettuce bowls. So ground beef again, I'm going to season it with a little bit of minced garlic, a little bit of ginger paste, or you can use fresh ginger if you have it and you feel like, grating it up. But this ginger paste that I pick up from Aldi is a lifesaver, and it lasts a long time in the refrigerator. So I highly recommend picking that up if you have an Aldi near you. Next, we're just throwing in some low sodium soy sauce and some rice wine vinegar. Boy, that's a tongue twister. And I'm just mixing it up. And essentially here, we're just browning the ground beef again, guys. And I will tell you that this is not highly flavored, literally. Like, it's just like a little bit of flavor. And then the last thing that you pull together is the sauce. Now, here are all the ingredients that you will need in order to put this sauce together. And here towards the end, I will show you a full list of what you need and how much of it that you need in order to combine this together. So stop, take a screenshot or whatever. And now this is the actual end result for it. I will tell you, I used some Thai spicy chili sauce because it was not my favorite meal, but we ate it. So my last meal of this week for Friday, which carries on over into our Saturday meal, we're making some good old-fashioned chicken and waffles, guys. Now this meal was a hit. I didn't have any complaints here, including myself. Yum, yum, yum. So I just have some chicken tenders here that I have flavored up with the basics: salt, pepper, garlic powder. Those are my trio, guys. And I'm actually going to throw in some paprika just for actual color for the chicken when I fry it up. So definitely go ahead and season this well as you like your chicken season. I don't like bland food, so my stuff has to have a little taste to it. So if you want less, just sprinkle a little less. If you guys need a little bit more, then just go in with it. So after you have added your salt, your pepper, your garlic powder, your paprika, and I threw in a little chili flakes here as well. You just want to combine it very, very well. Make sure that all your chicken is coated, because if you do not have all your chicken coated, then you will have spots of chicken that you will bite down to, and it's not going to taste good. So do yourself a favor and make sure that you season it well. Now, after I've seasoned and everything, then we're gonna go right on to battering this chicken up and throwing it into the skillet. My skillet is already heating with my grease to about 300 and between 350 and 375 degrees, and I'm just going to take my chicken breasts, throw them in some actual all-purpose flour or all-purpose flour or self-rising flour. It does not matter. I'm just going to toss them in, shake it up really well, and coat it, and then immediately drop it into the skillet on the stove, guys. Now, this is where the multitasking comes in. You guys, you know I'm always multitasking in the kitchen, and I definitely recommend that you do so too, so that you get your food on your table faster. But while the chicken is cooking, you want to go ahead and put together your waffle mix. And for my waffle mix, I always just use store-bought pancake waffle mix. Boy, I cannot talk today. But I just doctor it up a little bit, and I'll show you guys exactly what I use. And I think I have a video that I can link down below that tells you how to kind of like take your waffles up a notch if you're just using a store-bought box brand. So essentially here is 2 cups of the pancake mix. I use 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to need some coconut oil, which is the thing that I definitely recommend, not regular vegetable oil, but coconut oil. And then you just follow the directions on the side of whatever pancake mix that you have. Mine specifically calls for 1 1/3 cup of milk or 1 egg, and then I add a little bit of vanilla in just for an extra kick. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just beating my egg into my milk, and after I've beat that in, then I just pour that into my bowl and make sure that I combine the mixture well. And when I say combine the mixture well, I'm not combining it until there's no more lumps. I'm combining it until it's almost together. There's still going to be lots of lumps inside of your mixture, and don't worry about that, because after it sits a while, and you do want it to sit a while, just so it can actually come together a little bit better, then you start using it on your waffle iron. Now my chicken is done at this point, or at least the first batch is done at this point. So I'm pulling it off. I've put my batter into the waffle, and I'm pulling my waffles out at the same time, literally. And guys, this is chicken and waffles. These were delicious. Bust out the maple syrup, bust out your regular pancake syrup, and go to town.